Growing up as a young lad, I didn't really have much of an opinion on the environment. It was just sort of there. I didn't really know much about it either. Then one day, we were riding around in the car. When we came up to a stoplight, there was this big truck. And this big truck was spitting out the thickest, richest black smoke I had ever seen. We had the windows down because it was a hot day. And that smoke filled my lungs and made me cough and gag. And I began to wonder, what do the trees think of this smoke? What if everybody had this kind of smoke? Is everybody's smoke like this? But I was just a youngling, I didn't know anything. Then, I talked to my older brother Augie. My older brother Augie is a wonderful man. He knows a lot about the environment, because he took this course. I had heard about this thing called global warming from him. How the Earth had this natural tendency to heat up and then cool down. And there's not really anything we could do about it. A lot of people said that it was our fault, and that we need to stop putting so many chemicals into the atmosphere. I remember him and my father getting in a lot of arguments over that too, about global warming and other things to do with the environment. My dad's a civil engineer, so what he does is a lot of stuff that would affect the environment in both positive and negative ways. Particularly, he was conservative about it. He was really kind of a man that was to himself, you know. It was your duty to do what you want. And he didn't think he had to adapt his ways to help the environment if that meant that he didn't get as much money from it. Which in some ways I can relate to that. It's each our own responsibility to do what we must do to get money. Now, despite this, I still think that we are somewhat responsible for the environment. After all, we do have the most power, hence why humans almost rule the earth. Actually, there are two Superfunds near this park. Let's go find them. Behind me here is a brownfield. This brownfield used to be home to Green Issues Corporation, a chrome plating company, which closed in 1995. Then the EPA discovered there were 350,000 gallons of chemicals in the soil. These chemicals included 70,000 gallons of acidic liquid, 40,000 gallons of chromic acid solution, 35,000 gallons of caustic liquid, 16,000 gallons of cyanide liquid, 2,500 gallons of flammable liquid, 300 drums of cyanide and chromic acid sludge, 700 tons of metals contaminated soil. What a mess! Now, most people, when they hear about environmental science, they think about people who turned into this. But that's not me. However, the things I've learned in this class have impacted my life, specifically my diet. Before this class, I would eat things like this every day. But then, I learned about BPA and how they contaminate microwave foods like these, and I just can't stomach it anymore. Now, I focus more on eating foods like these. And these. Now, since starting this class, the biggest thing that's changed in me has been my diet. But I also like to do things like use paper bags to reduce some waste in landfills. I've noticed since I started this class, I've felt better about myself and the way I view the world, because I try to make an effort to do everything I can to make the world a better place to live in